All right, let's hop on a plane and head over to Dallas, where we have a lot of course, North Americans involved. Emilio Nava, curiously, is involved in Argentina, deciding to play there rather than in Dallas. We've got Pennington Jones coming through qualifying. So that's an interesting tale there. But let's look at the top part of the draw where we've got Fritz against Giron, Nakashima Bellucci, Zheng Korda, and Atmani Tiafoe. Who do we think is prevailing from that little section? Zheng, of course, has got the wild card after some heroics down under. I think Nakashima should have too much for Bellucci. Fritz just depends on his health. If Fritz is healthy, then he should probably win this section. But I think there's still some doubts about Taylor and his health. So, do I back Sebi Korda? Do I back Sebi Korda to finally sort of back up some of my predictions? Yeah, let's give it one more chance. Let's get Sebi Korda out of this little section here then and into the, what would be the semis, would it be? Or the quarter? It would be in the, sorry, be in the semis, yeah. So we'll go for in this top quarter, we'll go for Korda to prevail into the semis. Heading on down. Oh, Marin Cilic, hello. How are you? Not surprised that he's on a hard court rather than the clay. So, yeah, looking at this section here, we've got Cilic and Tien. You'd think Tien, but Tien indoors, not quite the same as outdoors, but still probably have too much for Cilic, even over 3 sets as opposed to 5. I think I'd be backing Tien a bit more over 5, but we'll go for Tien. Who's he going to meet in that quarter, though? We'll go Kaboli, and we'll go for Tien making it through at the semis to set up a match with Sebi Korda. Shapovalov. Where's Casper Ruud? He's obviously Casper Ruud is skipping this year, isn't he? Because of family commitments. I think he's just had a newborn child appear. I'm not sure if that is the right verb, but you know what I mean. Oh, Mickelson is there as well. Davidovich Fokina. I'm going to go for Davidovich Fokina to prevail here and knock out last year's champion Shapovalov. Yeah. So we've got Davidovich Fokina in another semi, and I'm going to have him come up against Ben Shelton. But it's a tough section for Ben to come through because he's going to have Diallo in the first round and potentially Tommy Paul or Jensen Brooksby in the quarters. But we'll go for Shelton to play Davidovich Fokina. And I'll go for Shelton to win that. And then we'll go Sebi Korda to beat Tien. And in the final, we'll have Shelton beating Tien. What do we think about that? Hello, Matthew. How are you? I think he can upset him. I'm not so sure about Cilic. Just depends on Tien in terms of being indoors. I think Tien indoors is not the same as outdoors. And yet I have Lerner in the final, primarily just because I think that top half without Fritz in particular, or at least a fit and firing Fritz, is significantly weaker than the bottom half, where you've obviously got Davidovich Fokina and a bunch of others. Okay, let's move on. I've gone for Shelton to win the title in Dallas.